Sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just
you asked for it, you got it on the Hot Pepper Show. Playing good music and good conversation. The hottest topic that you hear. So let the music flow, resonate your soul. Let it heal your soul. Sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just. Welcome to the Hot Pepper Show. Hot Pepper Show.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. My name is Pepper Thomas, and it is Monday. It's been Monday all day, in case you didn't know. And of course, I am here with you every Monday at 7 p.m. I'm excited to have you here. If I can tell you how excited I am, you would not be able to stand me. That's how excited I am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys on YouTube that are joining me. Here every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. If you are joining me from all other parts of the country, welcome. We welcome you. Welcome you. Every Monday, I interview artists. You know, you just never know who's going to come through. But this time, today, mark your calendar. At this moment in 2026, what a way to start off February, because it is Black History. But to me, Black History is every day of the year, not just February, y'all. 365 days, because I tell y'all, we built this country. Yes, we did. I just got to tell you that. So, today, I'm interviewing a gentleman by the name of Rick E. Kutz. And however which way you want to spell the last name, I don't know. It could be two scissors. It could be a blade and a scissor. It could be C-U-Z-Z. It could be, I don't know, however you want to say it. But just don't call him late to dinner, okay? His name is Rick E. Kutz. He's my guest today, and he is an author, a writer, a producer, and a director. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So if you've never heard of Rick Kutz, I would advise you to stick around and tell everyone to chime in. If you are on YouTube, send them the link. It is the Hot Pepper Show TV is the website, or not the website, is the channel on YouTube. I'm like, what is it called? It's the channel. That's what it is. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I too loud? Am I just right? What's going on with the sound? Because as you could tell, hey, Monique, how you doing, girl? All the way from Georgia. Thank you for tuning in. Good to have you. Monique, can you hear me okay? Because as y'all can see, I'm in this corner. I got in trouble. They put me in the corner, and I'm kicking and fighting. You think I'll get out of it? Probably so. I won't be in here long. I guarantee you. Hit Slona, Pepper. Hit Slona. Huh? Hit Slona. I don't know what that means. Hit Slona. Oh, Slona needs to be on here. Yes. Slona's an author out of Florida. Man, I don't have Slona's number. Monique, I'm hoping that she gets on. Hoping that she gets on. Because, hey, D. Thomas, my cousin. How you doing? Okay, so let's go back to Mr. Kutz. We're not getting ready to bring him on yet, but Mr. Kutz is going to be my guest. And he has a story. You hear me fine. Thank you so much. He has a story that you guys need to know about, and I'm so glad that he's going to share it with my platform and my peeps that are on here. So, as I always ask, how was your weekend? How did it go? Sis Daddy 17 says, Mr. Kutz, whoever says Daddy, that's an interesting name. I like that. Says Daddy 17. Gloria says, hi, so excited about tonight's show. Me too. Thank y'all for coming in. Mr. Kutz must have been, well, I don't know how he promoted because he ain't got no social media, so I don't know how that happened. So maybe he told his peeps. I don't know. But Maybe they got a dove in the night or a bird. I don't know. Somebody dropped a pigeon dropped something somewhere. I don't know because people coming in. Um, Cess lady says, "Oh Lord, I have to change that." It's different having someone else to say it, right? It's like, "Ooh, Cess lady, Cess daddy, Cess daddy." But how was your weekend? My weekend was great. Just in case you happened to ask or wanted to know, really good weekend. I went to a class. I came to a class at my church on Saturday. High school nickname. Oh, okay. Sass Daddy. But I'm sure it wasn't said like that as the nickname, right? I'm saying it like Sass Daddy. Hey, Sass Daddy. Sass Daddy. Okay. So this weekend I went to a class at my church on Saturday. So I was at the class all day. Very good class about health and wealth. And it was necessary. I'm so glad that I went. The speaker was Dr. DeForest B. Soares. And he is look him up. He has written like 12 books on debt relief and spiritually based. And then they just spoke about health, how to reach your lab work, how to ask the questions at your doctor's office. They talked on women's health, menopause, uh, breast cancer, all of it, men's health, prostate, colon. So it was a very informative weekend, and I'm so glad that I went to the class. And thank you, Willa Avenue, my church. Thank you for the information that you try to spew into the community to better inform us on how to take care of our bodies and how to take care of our money and how to spend our money and where to spend our money and how to save our money. So that is necessary, and that's what the church should be doing. That's what it should be doing. It should be. So, and to mention, Willer, speaking about finances, Willer um, had their church built right before I joined, and it was finished during COVID. They had a note of $55 million in a 25-year span, right, to pay 55 million off, and it was paid off in 5 years, a little shy of 5 years, a little shy of 5 years. This is after COVID. During COVID is when it happened, when it opened, right? $55 million of the church and the center that they had attached. 55 million. So um, it can be done. It can be done. One thing that I noticed about Wheeler Avenue is that it's not a church that when you walk in, you're like, oh, here they go again about money. Here they go. Oh, the pastor driving the Rolls Royce. Oh, Lord, here we go. Oh, Lord, Lord. And you see all the parishioners in the church suffering. Everybody's, they suffering because they giving money, giving the money to other places. So that's what that's one of the reasons why I joined Willer. And the main reason why I joined Willer is because of what they do for the community. Like, they do things for the community. They are community involved. They're not just a building sitting on the corner. Yeah, they are very active. So that is one of the things that attracted me to that church. So thank you, Willer. Love you guys. And yeah. Okay, so Says Daddy says you were in one of our rehearsals for the letter of the. Oh, Says Daddy, which one were you, Says Daddy? Because tell me the name. Tell me the character that you had, so I can be like, oh, Says Daddy. Says Daddy. Hey James. Hey James. I'm in your town. I know I didn't call you. I'm in your hood. I'm in your hood. Derek, MC True saying hi from Houston. Looking forward to tonight's show with Rick Cuts. Hey Derek, how you doing, Derek? Derek, I'm in your town. I'm in H Town right now. I am. I'm in H Town. So been here since last Friday. Also, I want to say condolences goes out to my um good friend of mine that passed away on Friday. His name is Michael 5000 Watts, who is an icon in the hip hop era. Swisher House, founder of Swisher House. If you heard the Screw, DJ Screw, the Screw music, Michael 5000 Watts kept it going after DJ Screw passed away. So he passed away of a heart attack, fatal heart attack. So condolences goes out to his wife Tammy and his 5 girls and grandchildren. And our prayers are with you. He dropped a lot of gems in my life. If I tell you, we broke bread together, and he would come up. Yes, I'm getting ready to tell something. He would come up when he had a show in Austin, and I do feet. I do nails and feet. So he would come up and say, "Hey, Pep, I need an appointment." I'd be like, "Oh, golly, we're about to do these feet." Okay. I thank you, black man, for taking care of your feet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we would do that. And anytime he popped into town, he would give me a call, and he encouraged me to do this. He encouraged me to be present. And because he always told me, you have a great platform on your radio show, and the podcast is going to be even greater. So keep doing it. You know, get your shorts out, get your reels. And I'll be like, I don't know how to do that. How do I do that? So I would figure that out. So I'm doing it now. So you would be so proud of me, and I will forever, I will forever love you and forever remember you. And thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a great role model. He started on this health kick, the latter part of his life, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna go eat. Pep, I can't eat no, I can't be eating no lead. I got to do this because I'm riding the bike and I'm exercising." So I am, yeah, he's going to be missed. The mixing that he would do, and yeah, so condolences to Michael Watt's family and friends and everyone's life that he touched. Um, he will live on forever in our hearts. So yes. Um, oh, Matt was the police officer. Oh, you the police officer from Houston? Yeah, yeah. I meant to tell you during the when I was watching y'all. Um, I was going to tell you that you are really a nice police officer. I was like, you got a too. And I'm not saying this word that you are, but you kind of soft for a police officer. I was like going, you're just so kind. Like you need to be like, you need to do some H town up in there, Mr. Officer. Okay, I know Rick is not gonna give me no part. He gonna be like, I think we need to put Pepper in a movie. I'll be like, oh no, I've been told I'm a little bit theatrical. Yeah, yes, animated. Yeah, yeah, yes, you are. Okay, Tiara, hey niece, how you doing? Thank you for my corner. She gave me my corner today. Thank you for the corner. How's it looking, Tiara? How it looking? How it looking? Um, okay, so let's go over here, Matt. Okay, condolences from Indiana. Thank you, says Daddy. Sorry to hear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Monique says condolences. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, y'all, I have, I'm excited. The energy that I have. I'm excited. He says I have a lot of energy. He's probably like, have you ever had an interview? Have you ever had anyone to interview you with this much energy, Rick? Okay. I can't hear you, but I can kind of read your lips if you slow down a little bit. Oh, I think he said, I would say yes. I would say no. I would say no, but then I would say yes, but no, Pepper, you're the only one. That's what he said. And he gave me thumbs up. That's what happens when you're the director and you're the producer and you see what you want to see. And yeah. So I heard you. You said yes, Pepper. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, says Daddy. Now, work on that. Come on now, police officer, Mr. Officer. We got to get you some Scarface when he was saying, Mr. Officer, Mr. Officer. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to bring in H Town. I'm over here trying to do my hair. Okay, so everyone coming up, man, y'all coming in. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Ha. I am. You're right. I would be too nice. Thank you. So if you need to talk, call me. Rick got my number. Call me, and so I can be like, this is how you do it. Says Daddy. First of all, change your name. Because I'm like, I can't say, oh, Mr. Officer. Oh, is this Says Daddy? Oh, Says Daddy. Okay, Says Daddy. Okay, let me stop because I'm doing too much. Do too much. So, y'all, the next voice you will hear is Mr. Rick Cuts himself, and I'm excited. So tell your people to come on in because but I gotta play something for him first, right? I gotta play something for him.
To be young, gifted, and black. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream. Mm. To be young, gifted, and black. Open your heart to what I mean. To what I mean. 'Cause you know, in this whole wide world, there's a million boys and girls who are young, gifted, and black. That's a fact. Oh, yes, it is. To be young, gifted, and black. We must begin to tell our young don't you know that there's a whole world waiting for you. Haven't you heard the quest has just begun? Don't you know that the joy of today is the day that we all be proud to say that we are young, gifted and black. sure enough worth it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Can I get somebody to help me to say it's sure enough? Yeah, yeah. Sure enough. I ain't trying to bring down nobody else, but I know it's stronger. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you believe it. Can I say it again? That's all. Yeah.
That's all. That's all I got. That's all I got. Hello, Mr. Rick E. Cuts.
Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing this beautiful evening?
I am doing beautifully great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
oh yeah, absolutely. Shoot, thank you, man. I'm glad you had on song "Young, Gifted, and Black." Made me feel good. Just made me feel good because I'm not as young as what everybody think, but Lord, I love it when people say it. Oh, it just make my it's just do joy to my soul. I'm just going to put
Look
that
here.
out there.
You younger than everybody in the room.
You
So
know what?
between you
Thank
and you,
you.
you're
See,
younger than me. So
going on to say that, girl. See, you make me see. That's what I'm talking about. Talk what you're talking. Go on and talk what you're talking. Go ahead, somebody. Come on.
you're so funny.
Yeah.
let me introduce you first, so
Oh,
they'll know
yes,
who we're talking to, because they be like,
yes.
who is this guy? Everyone, this is the phenomenal, the amazing, young, gifted, and black Mr. Rick E. Cuts. Welcome to the
Oh man, thank you so much. Oh my God, I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. You're welcome. I'm excited. I'm like, man, I'm getting ready to have Rick E. Cuts on my show. I thank Marcel. Like, she made it happen.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Marcel.
Shoot, I thank Miss Marcel and also you as well for allowing me to be on your platform. You know, it means a lot to me. So, the number one to trust me to be on on someone's platform, like, oh, because you never know what I'm gonna say. Me and you, we got that
We,
same cloth that we
we
cut
might be
from.
in the
So,
same boat, because you never know
right,
what I'm going to say. You'll be like,
exactly.
I
I'm like,
don't
oh
know.
Lord,
It's like,
man,
did
shoot.
he know to do this? Did Marcel know to connect us? Marcel, maybe you
Yep.
shouldn't have done this, but maybe
I
you should
see.
have.
I see.
And also for you to be on my platform, because you are the first person who's an artist. I've interviewed artists that are musicians, but you want to sing? Do you have a song? You got a song ready?
And see, you want people to stay on the show, and we trying to get the viewers to watch. That's why I direct and write and do stuff so I can let all the talent be out there in the front. See, I'm behind the scenes. That's what I do. I'm a
Okay.
good. I'm real good at I've clapped hands, pointed, like do that. Yeah, I've done that. Yes.
You done the cut? Cut.
Right. That's what I can get you with.
Yes. So let's start it off by telling everyone where you are. Wait, hold on, Rick. Before we get to that, because the folks is coming in. Hold on, we got to go back because
Mhm.
they chiming in. I see notes over here. Okay, so Faye is on from Chicago. Faye is from Chicago.
Okay. What's
Hello,
up, Chi-Town? All
Miss
right.
Jones, the Jam. Hey, Miss Jones, how you doing?
Mhm.
Showtime Sesame 17. These names. Ses Daddy. Oh,
Ooh.
I changed it, by the way.
Mhm.
Sesames. Okay, from Ses Daddy to Sesums. What is it with the? I want to know, Mister Officer, Mister Police Officer. What's with the SES? Like, tell us about that. What is it? You got SESS Daddy. Now you got
Oh,
SESSOMS.
well, that's his last name, so I'm gonna help him out. His last
Sesums.
name is Sesums. That's his last name. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there you go.
Look, I'm
That's the
like,
last name.
how you going with the Ses Daddy? Well, I want to know how you got the Ses Daddy since you said it was a nickname. Is it like Big Papa? I love it when they call me Big Papa. Are you Ses Daddy? Is that okay? I'm just,
Yeah, that's gonna be all on him right there. That's
I,
his.
I,
That's
I'm
because
reaching.
I ain't know nothing about that. This is something new for me. That was not when we was doing an audition. Okay, when he did the audition, there was no
He just
Sess
say,
Daddy and say audition.
my name is Ses Daddy.
Right, that is not the way it happened in
Don't you know
audition.
me
So
as Ses Daddy? No, I don't know you as Ses Daddy. I don't know what Ses Daddy is. Um, Arthur Sloaner North is on. Welcome. We were wondering
what's
about you.
up?
She's from Florida. Um, Gloria says, "Hey, Cuts."
Hey,
Okay. Hey, Cuts. I like
hey,
that.
I like it.
Um, Monique says, "Welcome, Arthur Sloaner." She says, "Sloaner says I would have missed tonight if it had not been for Monique. Thanks again. So glad. Thank you, Monique, for reaching out to Sloaner because I was like, I ain't got Sloaner's number. Suit and tie guests, welcome. Girl, we can get into that because I can tell you about that. Um,
Mhm.
Sesame says triple threat, Mr. Cuts. Okay. It was Ses Daddy. Okay, I changed it. LOL. Okay, my last name is Sessions. Oh, so why don't you say Sessions on? Okay, now let me. Oh, thank you, Rick. LOL. Okay.
See, sometimes, prayer works. I'm just going to put it out there. We're gonna put God up in this here for me because sometimes prayers can't do what they need to. See, that's why when you do these here live shows, you don't know what's gonna happen with the humans and the earthlings out there. We just gonna
So you're
bless them
talking about
today.
prayer for the earthlings on the other side of this chat, not me. You're talking about
No, no,
what
no,
they need prayer.
not
Okay, what they
you.
need prayer.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no. You good? You good? You good? We
He said
just gonna.
y'all need prayer. That's what he said. Y'all need prayer.
I mean, we all do. We gonna always say all of us. A little prayer. Some a little bit more. Some a little bit more. We just gonna go and say that.
And some a little bit less. Oh.
Yes.
He says people in high school randomly call me that. Randomly.
See,
If they
I
randomly
don't,
called you
I
that,
don't,
then you wouldn't have that as the name because randomly call means you're not going to
um,
use it. So they called you
yeah,
that a lot, Cess Daddy.
yeah. It's not random when it's all the time. When you done made that your moniker, I'm just see,
That's what I'm talking
Lord,
about. That's what I'm talking about. So,
Lord,
Ricky,
yes.
tell everyone where you are originally from.
Yes, I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
So that's why I originally born and raised at. So now then I'm in Florida. So but yeah, but Chicago's definitely, that's how you got this. Chicago is what made me who I am. So all of the things I thought that I went through that were either negative or bad or
Mhm.
it toughened me up to a certain degree, but it made me who I am. So I'm proud of the background that I had because without that, you wouldn't get, the brother named Rick that you got in front of you right now. So it
Yeah.
it basically made me who I am.
So, in making you who you are, I love the story that I heard about you.
Hmm.
Um, and it's amazing that your mom saw this when no
Hmm.
one else did because the teacher said, hey, he going to see you in the grave or in the
Hmm.
jailhouse
Yep. Yep.
before you were 19. That's where you were going to be. And your mom was
Yeah.
like, oh no, that's not going to happen to my son. And she sent you to school
Hmm.
in a suit at a
Hmm.
young age
Hmm.
because she did not want you to be categorized or put into the box of, oh, he's a gang member, oh, he black, oh, he's on the streets, they go arrest him and they're going to think he's with a gang. So you're going to school at what age with suits on?
Well, it was shirt and tie. So
Shirt and tie, okay.
she told me you can wear shirt and tie. And
Mhm.
cause she told me, she said, God told me that you gonna wear like a shirt and tie. And I said, well, God ain't tell me that, So I was like, I'm in school, I ain't trying to do no shirt and tie because people gonna pick on me, say something to me. I was like, nah, that's not happening. I was like, it's just not happening. But it all started because I grew up, I mean, we grew up rough. So I grew up in what's called the Wild Hundreds in Chicago. It was
Mhm.
a whole lot of gang stuff that went on and
Mhm.
and when you're trying to navigate through walking through three, four different gangs going back and forth to school, it's almost like, look, you joining up with one, you got to fight everybody. And
Mm,
you know me, I was always fighting and going through stuff. And then we started seeing people, you know, friends of mine, they were getting either shot and killed, they was getting found in garbage cans. And I
mm,
think that the tipping point, my dad one day, he was on the way home and this guy was running down the street
mhm,
and he had on like a little coat, and it was a gun underneath the coat, shotgun. And he went up to the guy's door. I still remember the guy. I'm not gonna say his name for his family and stuff on the
mhm,
screen, but
mhm,
he goes up to the door. I still remember
uh-huh,
vividly like it just happened. Guy rings the bell. Dude comes to the door. He pulls that shotgun out, blows his head clean off. Body still moving, head's gone. Um, and that just stuff like that to shake you to the core, obviously. But and
mhm,
then the guy just took off running right down the street. And the scream that came from his sister is something, and I had never really seen my dad shaken up by anything, and that shook him up.
mm,
And
mm,
I remember my older sister, I said, Mom, they gonna kill Rick. They gonna get him. And they was like, well, not my son. So they actually
mm,
they hit me in the basement and they said, we ain't gonna let them get Rick. And they sort of they hid me in the basement of the
mm,
house and we snuck out. And I
mm,
remember my mom, she said, you know what, son? She said, I'm gonna tell you something that's in me because it was a lot of mistaken identity going on. If you were a color, if you
mm.
was just black on a Friday, whatever,
Right,
people was
right,
just shooting you, and it kept
right.
happening. It was all over the news. So this was when stuff about Yummy. This was, back in the day. So a lot of guys was getting shot up, killed. And I was scared. I was scared, but and I was always looking over my shoulder and all types of things because you just don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting at a table and the teacher, we had a little conference with the teacher. So it was myself, my mom, and the teacher just sitting at a regular table. And the
Mm-hmm.
guy basically he looks and he's like and he looks at me, look at my mom, and it's something that like stuck with me for forever. He look and he go, I mean, look at him, you know what we at. And he goes, the likeliness of him making out of his teens. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know if, like I'll put it to you this way. I'm gonna see him. I've met people like him. I'm gonna either meet him in the grave
Mm,
or in the jailhouse. That's where he gonna be at. And my mom was like, well, not my son. And that
mm,
sort of that shook me up, obviously. It
mhm,
and my mom heard how she said it, but
mhm,
it stuck with me. And I
mm,
thought if I could make it past 19, I've had a long life. So that's
mhm,
what I thought in my mind. So I was
mhm,
trying to accelerate my life based on thinking I wouldn't make it to 20. So she said, son, I think if you wore a shirt and tie, a lot of stuff would change. And I was like, Mom, I'm not doing it. So she basically forced me, was like, hey, this is what you got to wear, this you're going to do.
mhm,
So I
mhm,
go to school with this shirt in town. And of course, everybody cracked jokes on me. I mean, I'm sitting at the table, they throwing pennies, all type of stuff going on. But
mhm,
I don't know, I just stayed that way.
mhm,
And what ended up happening, which was weird, was
mhm.
all of I mean, all the ladies, they really liked it. They said, ooh, that guy he dresses nice.
Uh-huh,
All of the
uh-huh.
dudes after a while, they start saying, ooh, maybe you can help me with putting a tie on, show me how to dress. And people
Okay.
started coming to me, and then I became one of the best dressed people. And then there was a different respect that came with that. And that followed me. So it's been pretty much about over 30 years of me wearing nothing but shirts and ties. And as time went on and the more money I made and things, it went from shirts and ties to then there was suits and then there was custom suits. Then there was suits that were monogram and names in it. And now it's been all of these years of nothing but custom suits. So every day anyone see me, I'm always gonna be in a custom suit. And I always want to represent um my people, my family, and
Mhm,
present myself in a professional manner because no matter where you came from, because I
mhm,
grew up with lots of gang activity. Grew up when I was 4. One of my uncles, he had me being like a runner. I ran into a building, had me delivering drugs, packages, and things. And, I didn't know that it was wrong.
mhm,
And I didn't know all I wanted was some bubble gum. And,
mhm,
he told me, oh, just go in the building. Nothing gonna happen to you. Nothing can happen because of your age. You'll be fine. And I'm going, oh, okay. And So I go in, I'm looking at guys with guns, I'm looking at guys with weapons, but I don't understand what I'm seeing. And I go in
Mhm,
with a package. And these guys are scary people. I go in with a
mhm.
package. I come out there like, man, Lil G, you good. And oh man, you gonna be good. And I go out and I'm looking for my bubble gum. And he's like, oh man, shut up. We'll get you some gum. And we go to another place and deliver drugs. And another place deliver drugs. And that's what he's
Wow.
got me doing. And what's crazy is that if he would have just gave me the bubble gum, we would have been fine. But
Would
since
have
I
been fun.
didn't get the bubble gum, I
Yeah.
end up telling my mom. And she ends up she actually called the police and she ended up having her brother arrested. So I was still like, I ain't getting no bubble gum. And I'm like, man, I mean, maybe if we would have got some gum,
Rick, you
I'll go
crazy
back in the building for the gum. But that's just me as a kid. But you know, you
as a
you
kid.
grow up
Yeah,
and I've
yeah.
seen so many wrong things. And you know, I remember a guy, he told me, hey man, just take this gun, we can go over here, we can do a little something. And some told me don't touch that gun. And I was like, no, man. And I didn't understand fingerprints at the time. I didn't know nothing about forensics. I was like, no, I ain't gonna
Mhm,
touch it. Well, if
mhm.
I would have went with him, I would be in jail because they ended up doing something. He got caught and he got sent off to jail. So it's just, I always feel like, and you always wonder what's your purpose in life? What do God really want you to do?
Right.
And you go, and none of the stuff was simple or easy.
Yeah.
A lot of people, crack jokes on me. A lot of people talked about me. Just
Mhm,
a But it gives you a strength when you know who you actually are. And now then
mm.
there's a thing of respect. Now when people see me, it's a total difference when they see I'm known now. When I go to LA or go place, they're like, oh, it's the guy in the suit all the time. Now I'm that director, the professional that's always in suits. And now that's something that I'm known for. So it's a blessing.
Nice. Well, I have to ask this question.
Hmm. Hmm.
I asked this question
Hmm.
um, after I first met you. I was like, I got a question. You were like, oh,
Hmm.
what's the question? Since you wear suits all the time,
Hmm.
I said, what do you sleep in? Do you sleep in suits? Do you got a
well,
I said, you got
well,
one. You got a what? Suit.
like a onesie suit. Nah, no, I'm pretty normal. Like once I'm back in the house and stuff like that, just regular outfit.
Just
But I
regular.
mean, so I mean they oh maybe they match. I'm just going to put out there. Maybe they match sometimes. You know, okay,
Maybe
I
not.
guess, but it's no tie, no tie.
No
Okay,
time.
but it will match to a certain degree. So oh yeah, but it's not a suit. It's not a onesie. It's no feet. It's no little onesie with the feet up in them or something. But
Yeah. So
yeah.
another question: do you
Mhm.
work out?
Yeah, all the time. I like going to the gym, like keeping in shape. That way I can
Okay.
fit in these tight suits. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Since they are tailored, you give them the measurements, so you can always control how tight they are. If they're too snug,
No, but if you keep on eating too much and get the wrong size, you can only go back so many times. Oh Lord.
well, when you work out, do you wear a suit to the gym?
No, I gotta wear
I was
workout
just
clothes to the
curious.
gym.
I was like,
It's like two separate people. When people see me outside the suit, they don't even recognize me because you don't see the shape of a person when they're in a suit. So
yeah,
outside the
yeah,
suit, half the time people don't even recognize me. And then they say, "Oh, that's just Rick," because they get so used to me. It's like a
mhm,
uniform in suits when they see me outside of it,
yeah,
because you don't see
yeah,
the definition of a person inside of a suit. Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
We have some comments. Zenobia Campbell says, "Hello, Mr. Cuts."
Hey, hey, how you doing there, Nobi? That's my younger sister. Yeah.
Hey, Zenobia girl, how you doing?
Yeah.
You got some information on your brother. Okay, yeah. Like, no, don't say anything. It's like Arthur Sloan the North says, well, men in suits never a bad choice, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gloria says, hey nephew, love you from Indiana. Got me laughing a
Hey,
little.
yes, Monty Gloria.
She says, wow, your experience is so similar to your cousins. I remember your mom showing up at the basketball court dressed in white praying for Marcus.
Mm,
Wow,
man.
nice.
Yeah, my mom, man. My mom, she just something so special. Like it's amazing to me because like there's pivotal moments and things that happen like in your life that change it for a long time.
Mhm.
And I always think about, like the path and the journey that you're on. And like
Right.
no one would know author, writer, director, any of that stuff if it weren't
Mhm.
for my family, you know, my mom, my dad, my sister, all of them.
Mhm.
So when I wrote my first book,
Mhm.
I, you know, I didn't know, I didn't know I was going to be a writer or nothing like that. I
Right.
just I heard a writer, the one who actually, so it was James Cameron that did Terminator.
Mhm.
He talked about he had a dream that right before he did something great, right before he did it, he
Mhm.
said that all of a sudden, what if somebody came back in time and took him out? And that
Mhm.
became the movie Terminator. And I'm
Mhm.
going, wow, but he dreamed it. And I thought to myself, I said, I've dreamed stuff multiple times, but I never
Mhm.
really thought I'm going to write it down.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I said, the next time I dream, so I'm going to actually write it down and see what happens. So I had this sort of like more sort of a dream, but not really a dream. I was like in and out, but I woke up and I just started writing. And when I got finished, it was the book Stratagem that I wrote. And so I
Mm.
called my mom because
Mhm.
my mom, she one of those people. She don't like no movie. I mean, you can't trick her with a movie. She'll sit there in 3 seconds say, "I know how it's gonna end. I'm over it." So you're not
Uh,
gonna trick her with a movie. You ain't gonna
uh-huh.
fool her with some ignorance. She
Uh-huh.
needs something that's gonna take her brain on a
Yeah.
whirlwind tour so she can say,
Uh-huh.
"You got me." Other than that, if she gets it, she's out. So I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna call my mom and I'm gonna tell her and I'm gonna ask her if she saw this movie. So all I
Uh-huh.
did was just tell her what the movie was. I just told her,
Right.
"Oh, mom, man, have you seen this movie?" Boom, boom, and I told her everything about it. When I
Mhm.
got done, she was like, "Oh my God, I got to see this. Oh, I got to see this movie. I got to see it." And I said,
Mhm.
"Well, guess what?" She's like, "What?" "You can't see it because I wrote it." And she said, "You ain't write that." I said, "Yes, I wrote it." So that
Wow.
ended up becoming Stratagem. And you know, all of a sudden once I put that out, it was the number one short thriller on Amazon, which that
Mm.
shocked me. I didn't know that was going to happen. And then
Uh-huh.
next thing you know, it went over and you know, I started submitting to contests, doing different things, became a screenwriter. I went to Hollywood, met a guy, became a screenwriter, and I'm like, okay. And then next thing you know, I met someone else and they're like, you know, you ever thought about being a director? And then that happened and it just kept flourishing and growing. And now I see the question now, how many books have you written? So
Uh-huh.
far I've written 13. But I've put two of them out. And
Mhm.
what I do that on purpose because you want to let your books breathe because if you put
Mhm.
them all out simultaneously,
Mhm.
people don't know what to focus on. So I give them a
Yeah.
book, I let that one breathe, and then I let it do its thing. So I put out two of those.
Okay.
So yeah, so I put out two of them, but I have written 13 of them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I want you to share the
Hmm.
story that I heard about. And you
Oh,
like, what's the story?
which one you got?
I want you to share the story about you flying to California on a
Hmm.
whim
Hmm.
of not having a meeting set up,
Yeah,
of not speaking to the person you were wanting to get in contact with.
yeah,
None of that.
yeah.
Tell them the story about you getting on the plane from Florida, driving, flying to California without an
Yeah.
appointment.
Yeah, so I had this. So this what happened. So I sit up, and there was this contest where you know you get to have what's called like a pitch session. So you get a
Mhm,
pitch session with like a Hollywood producer and all of that stuff to see if your book can really make it. So when I go to do the pitch session, you get 2 minutes. That's all you get
mhm,
is exactly 2 minutes, and that's it. So
mhm,
I was like, man, I got to stick out some type of way. So I put on all black. I was dressed like John Wick. So I was calling myself John Rick that day. I said, I'm gonna just be John, brother named Rick. That's gonna be me today. So I had on all black, killing the
uh-huh,
game, and I sit there and I'm like, all right. So I get on and I tell the guy, so I'm gonna tell you all the exact same thing that I told him. So now you'll get to see what stratagem actually is. So I get
uh-huh,
on the call and he say, hey, what's up? I say, look, man. I say, so I wrote this here movie and you can time it. So I wrote this movie. It's about this young man. His name is Relic now. Relic and his girlfriend knows there. They witness a crime. As soon as they see the crime, the person committing the crime, see them seeing him, they take off running. They get into a gas car named Enoon. Enoon take them to a buddy's house. They're like, whoo, we saw somebody get knocked off. While
uh-huh,
they're there, all of a sudden the killer shows up, starts shooting up the place. Now they're on foot again trying to get away from this killer. They run, it seemed like forever. They get to a big, beautiful home. Go up to the home, knock on the door. Lady comes
mhm,
to the door. Her name is Kyra. She comes to the door. Oh, let me help you. Come in. As they
mhm,
walk into the door, Boom, killer's already sitting there at the table. They're like, how is this guy one step ahead all the time? Like, oh my God. So they go up there and they realize before the guys see them, they sneak out the house and realize it's a big mafia house. All bad people. They're like, look, we got to get out of here. So, but they see the killer's car with all the bombs in it. Take the
Mhm.
bombs out the car, throw it in the
Mhm.
house, blow it up, and drive off. Woo. Girlfriend looks at him, say, "Boy, you crazy? Can't believe you did that." He like, "Of course, bad guys. I saved your life. You should be
Mhm.
hugging me." The movie
Mhm.
stops. It
Mhm.
rewinds. It shows his name is Relic Naup. Relic in reverse spells Killer. Killer. He's the killer that knocked the people off. The guy driving them around the beginning named Enoon. In reverse, that spells Noone. No one. No one's in the car. He went and knocked those people off because that mafia killed his family when he was a kid. He found a
Mhm.
way to infiltrate the gang, kill them
Mhm.
all from the inside. He thought it would
Mhm.
be a suicide mission, but he met a
Mhm.
young lady. Her name is Nozer. And what happened is he said, well, she's become somebody special to me. Nozer in reverse spells reason, Reason. So she became his reason to live. That's what I
Mm.
told him, and it took me less than 2 minutes to explain that just now. As soon as he heard it, he said, "This is the pitch of the day, the best thing I've heard," and over 70 of them that he did. He gave me 5 stars all the way down. He said, "This had the potential to be a great movie." And I was like, "Man, this is awesome." And so we hung up the phone. I was all thrilled. I'm like, "Man, I got 5 stars," and nothing happened.
Right.
And I'm going, "Okay, when am I going to see this guy?" So I reach out to the gentleman who hooked me up with the pitch session thing. I say, look, I need to get a hold of this guy because he told me I had the pitch of the day, the best one. I need to see
Mhm.
him. And he
Mhm.
goes, Rick, well, I don't have like his phone number, so we can't really do that because my
Mhm.
job is just to get you set up, but I can't
Yeah.
go get people personal information or else I can lose my job.
Right.
And I said, look, man, you give me his phone number some type
Mhm.
of way, however you got to. And
Mhm.
if you get fired or something, I'll pay your year's salary for you. I'll pay it if I get you fired. I
Mhm.
said, I won't get you fired. He
Mhm.
like, man, he like, look, dude, you don't understand. My wife just had a baby. I can't just lose my job. There's a lot to risk. I said, look, just trust me. I'm telling you, get me his number. Everything will be fine. You won't lose your job. And if you do, I'll pay your whole salary.
Yeah.
He like, all right. He said, you seem crazy. For some reason, I believe you. He go, I believe you, man. He said, I'll tell you
Wow.
what, I'm gonna figure out how to get his number. So
Mhm.
what he does is he get me the guy's number. He said,
Mhm.
Rick, I'm gonna get you his number and I'm gonna get that over to you. And I said, all right. So he ends up getting me his number. So I'm sitting there like, how in the world do I get a hold of this guy and
Mhm.
text him? Because once I get the phone number, I'm excited. But I'm like, if I text him, he ain't gonna answer because he don't know who I am. If I
Mhm.
call him, he ain't gonna answer because he don't know the caller ID. So he's
Right.
just
Right.
gonna hit in. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I got this phone number, don't know what to do. So what I did was a video message. This is cool because this is an impromptu, because this is a laugh thing that you and I are doing. So I
Mhm.
actually have that video message right here when
Oh
I did
wow.
it. So this is the video message. Sir, this here is Rick E. Cuts. This is the message. Don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Session with you, and you had me down as the pitch of the day. I was the one that was dressed like John Wick with the book of Stratagem. I'm out here in beautiful Florida, so we're about a 3 hour time difference. But yeah, I was just calling you up. I'll actually be out in California. I'm planning out a trip out there in the next few weeks or so. So coming up more than likely, I believe, towards the end of this month into August. So yeah, I was just reaching out to you to seeing. I was gonna try to hopefully schedule out something where maybe I might have a chance to go out to like your office or something, meet up with you guys. But yeah, just want to reach out to you and say hey. And yeah, all righty. Yep, talk to you soon. So that's the message that I sent him, the real message.
Oh
Now,
wow.
you and I both know you didn't tell me that you was gonna do this, and I said,
No.
let me pull this up on the phone. So that's
Uh-huh.
the actual message. So everything I told you guys, John Wick, all this stuff, that's really what I said. So I leave him a message, and I'm excited. And guess what? He never answers me back. No message. I'm like, dag. So I'm like, oh well, at least I gave it a shot. So
Right.
now I'm
Right.
at the house. This is a
Uh-huh.
few weeks later. All of a sudden, my phone rings. I'm eating my food, and I look. I'm like, oh God, it's him. and I sort of, the phone slips. I'm like, now I got a little bit of food grease on my hands, but I
Yeah,
just put
yeah,
on speaker, like boom, there it
right.
is. And the dude lights me up. He's like, "What you doing calling? You ain't supposed to do that." Pop, pop, pop. I'm like, "Oh no." And in my brain, all I'm thinking is I just lost that other guy's job. And I'm gonna have to pay him for a whole
Oh,
year because you
yeah,
ain't ever supposed to call that. You just,
right, right.
this just, no, no, no. It's almost like calling the receptionist at a job and getting the owner of a company's phone number. She getting
Uh-huh,
fired. That's
uh-huh,
basically what
uh-huh,
happened.
uh-huh.
And after all of that yelling at me, he goes, "But I like it." And I'm like, "Oh." And he was like, "And since you're gonna be out here anyway, yeah, just look me up when you're out here. Maybe we'll meet, have a meeting." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I pull up the laptop right there and I book a flight and just book a flight. My wife is like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I booked a flight to California." She said, "But you don't have a meeting." I said, "Well, I'm gonna fly out there." She said, "Well, what if he don't see you on that day?" I said, "I'm gonna keep flying back until you see me." So I booked the flight and I
Wow.
flew out there. And when I flew out there, I sat for hours, hours, just sitting full on suit. I had on one of my another custom, so I'm just sitting there, just looking amazing, just sitting and waiting, sweating it out in the airport, not caring. And I'm just sitting for hours, hours, no
Wow.
answer. My wife is like, "Have you answered you yet?" I'm like, "Nope, not yet, not yet." And then she said, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna book a flight back home and I'll fly
Yeah,
back out again and I'll keep doing it." And then
right.
eventually what happens, all of a sudden he gives me a message and he shows me where to meet him at. Sends me a message, "Hey, meet me here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I get in the Uber, meet him where he say to meet him at. As soon as I met him there, I'm sitting there and it's pretty awesome. I'm sitting like most normal folk, they'll go to like a Starbucks. This is a place where all of
Right.
celebrity Hollywood people go. That's not Starbucks, it's totally different
Mhm,
place, but similar. So I'm
mhm.
sitting there and all of a sudden, you got like a, I look, I say, "Is that George Clooney walking by?" Yeah, it is. So I'm sitting and a
Wow.
guy looks at me and he goes, "Man, we in Hollywood." He said, "You are the best dressed guy I think I've ever seen in my life." And I'm looking like, "What? There go people I know." So then
Wow.
what he tells me, he say, "Yeah, I looked at the stuff you wrote. I looked at what you got." And
Mhm.
he said, "Yeah, man, it's trash, it's garbage, and nobody ever gonna take you serious." And yeah. And he just wanted to tell me that to my face. And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I
Mm,
appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for telling me it's garbage, it's trash, and won't gonna take me serious. I appreciate it." And he
mm,
said, and he said, well, he said, "No, no, 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 don't get me wrong." He said, "You can write, you got talent." He said, "But it's the format." So it took me back to on back in the day. Remember the Cosby Show when Vanessa, then she introduced her new husband Dabney's Bricky to
mhm,
Dr.
mhm,
Heathcliff Huxtable. And
mhm.
he goes, "Yeah, I don't like you. No matter what you say, I don't like you." And he said, "It ain't nothing wrong with you." But he said, "Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite meal?" He said, "Oh, I want some steak and potatoes, and I want some asparagus." He said, "Okay, let's say I get you that favorite meal and I put it on a garbage can top and present it to you. Well, do you want the
Oh.
meal?" He said, "No, I don't want the meal." He said, "Well, why not? It's what you ordered." He said, "But yeah, but I don't like the garbage can top." He said, "Well, what's the problem? It's your meal." Well, it wasn't nothing wrong with the meal. It was the way you presented it to him. So he said,
Mhm,
"Rick, everything you wrote is fine, but the presentation you did is not Hollywood format." He said, "So
mm,
no one's going to take it serious because they use a totally different format from Hollywood." So he
right.
told me, he said, "What I'm going to do, I'm going to make you a screenwriter." And I just sat there looking like, "Oh, okay." I didn't know what that meant. And I'm like, "All right, man, that's cool." He was like, "You know what that means?" I was like, "No." He said, "No, I'm gonna give you all the Hollywood software so you can be a screenwriter." And he sat with me for hours and
Wow.
he told me from beginning to end how to be a screenwriter. He told me everything about Hollywood, stuff that if you went to college for it, you would need 4 or 5 years. He did all of it for me in about 3 hours, all of it from beginning to end. So by the time it was done,
Mhm.
he goes, "Oh, yeah, you said you was coming out here to California. Yeah, what was you out here for anyway?" I said, "Oh, I just came out here to meet you." He said, "But we didn't have a meeting." I said, "I know." He said, "Well, what if I wouldn't ever text you to meet you?" I said, "Man, I would have kept coming back till you did meet me." He
Mhm.
said, "That's why you're going to be successful." So
Mm.
then I asked him, I say, "Well, how did you get started?" He said, "Oh, I did the same thing you did." What he did was he took a producer's phone number that he saw
Uh,
on the sheet
uh-huh.
and he called the producer and said, Yeah, John told me to call you for an internship. Who's John? Mm, just made it up. He figured somebody named John, he got to know him. So he called and said John told him to go for an internship. And the producer went, yeah, John. Yeah, okay, yeah, come on down for an internship. And that's how he got started. And next thing you know, after that, this dude, he did stuff for Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Ender's Game, I Am Legend, over $2 billion of movie credits under him. So right after that happened, I'm like, that's it, I'm on my way. So I
Mm-hmm.
leave, and as soon as I leave, everything shuts down in Hollywood and they go on strike. That's what
No.
happened. So now everything, and I'm back to square one. Now I'm a screenwriter. I got this official Hollywood screenplay that I've written and can't
Okay.
do anything with it. So then there was a contest that came out. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Kino Line. So I submit
Mm-hmm.
to the contest. The top winner, they get 15 million bucks. They'll make a movie, all of this cool stuff. I'm like, awesome, let's do it. I
Mm-hmm.
submit to it. I start raising up the ranks out of thousands of people, start moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. After it moves up the rank, I'm in like the top 30. Then they cut
Mm-hmm.
off everybody else. Then you got to move up to the top 10. I
Mm-hmm.
saw in there a loophole how you could cheat the system. I'm like, ooh, but I didn't want to cheat to really win. So I
Uh-huh.
remember sitting up in at night and I'm going, do I really want to cheat to win? Because I seen other people was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I wrote a email message to the one running the whole thing. And I said, hey
Mm-hmm.
man, I see a loophole how you can cheat in it, and I don't really cheat to win. I said, thank you all for letting me be a part of this contest. If I don't win, I get it, but I want to win organically. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, so that's what I want to do. And he actually wrote me back a message, we caught some people cheating. Thank you for the integrity of how you are. And that meant a lot to him. So a few
Yeah.
weeks go by. I didn't win the contest, but he
Mm-hmm.
called me and he said, hey, Rick, this is such and so that runs the whole thing. He
Mm-hmm.
goes, you not doing this for money, are you? I said, no. He said, huh. He goes, have you ever thought about being a director? I said, no. I said, I don't know how to be a director. He said, well, when you were born, no one stamped director on you. Whatever you
Ooh.
learn how to do in life, you learn how to do it, and then you became that because you said it. He said, the minute that you say that you're a director and you put something into production, doggone it, you're a director. So I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay. And he gave me the list of what I need to do to be a director. And I went and followed it. So I went out, I went and I said, I'm gonna start up a production company, Stratagem Film LLC. I went and paid for it, started up the LLC. After I did that, I went and I started looking for scenes so I could film. I started setting
Mm-hmm.
up scenes on places I could film. And
Mm-hmm.
my head, just writing it all out.
Mm-hmm.
After I got finished with that, then I look and I said, "Ooh, okay, let's go over to something else." Oh, and by the
Mm-hmm.
way, I needed one more vote to skip up there. I was number 11. The top 10 moved up. I needed one
Mm.
more vote, and I wouldn't do it. So after I
Wow.
went and I said, "Let me," so I did everything the legal way. I paid all the money to get everything I needed to be legal. And
Mm-hmm.
after I did it, I had no actors, no anything. And I said, "Okay, now let's go make this movie." I got my suit on. I got all my credentials. I walk into a place because I need an airplane for the movie. You know what I don't have? I do not have an airplane. So I'm going to go to the airfield to get me a doggone airplane. So I get my nice suit on, I get my briefcase, and I walk right there to the airport, go in to see the owner. And he's looking at me and I say, yes, excuse me, sir. My name is Rick E. Cuts. I'm a director and I have a movie that we want to do. And we want to use one of your airplanes here for a scene in the movies because we're going to blow it up. And he looked at me and said, okay, that's what happened. He said, okay. They had already Googled and looked me up and saw that I was really an author and I had a book and I didn't need none of the paperwork. I had all this paperwork. He ain't even want it. He said, we Googled and saw who you are. You're good. And he said, pick a plane. I was like, I'll take that one. And then he said, well, what actors do you have in the movie? I said, sir, I cannot tell you this information. The real reason I didn't have any actors. Okay. But I told him I couldn't tell him this information because exclusivity, sir. You can't just give out this info. He was like, oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. So I left from there. I was on, I called my wife like, oh, honey, I got an airplane for the movie. Ooh, I can do the airplane scene. I still have no actors. So then I'll go to
Oh
another
wow.
place and I say, okay. Now I need this nice building because we need this building for the mob boss scene. Yeah, this would be a good spot. I'll go in, I'll talk to that owner. Yes, my name is Ricky Cuts. Yes, I'm a director. I already got an airplane for the movie, so I need your place too. And I got look and goes, okay, when you need it. I'm like, what? Well, I need it on this here day because we gonna film and do this. He was like, okay, that's cool. And then he says, well, by the way, one
Uh-huh.
of my customers happened to be an actress. Would you like to use her for the movie? Now, inside, I was like, oh, get it, get it. Oh, I mean, I'm talking about I done two-step, I done did the moonwalk back and forth, I done sit up, lean with it, I done rock with it, I done just everything. I done whip my hair back and forth that I didn't
Right.
have. I did every dance inside that you could. And then I looked
Uh-huh.
at him with everything in me and I said, Hark. Yes, sir, maybe I would indulge this phone number that you speak of. Yeah, we'll see. No promises, but we'll see, sir. So he's like, okay, okay, okay. So he gives me the phone number. So
Oh,
I get the
Rick.
phone number. Man, I run out of there. I run out of there like, oh, I got the phone number. Oh, oh. So I call her up and I'm trying to stay calm. I get her
Uh-huh.
information. Her name's Tammy Hansen. She's in the movie, by the way. Phenomenal actress. So I call her up. Yeah, I'm Rick E. Cuts, and if you could send over to she sent me the demo reel. This woman's phenomenal. Phenomenal with an F. I'm like, oh, she can act her butt off. So
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, we got a spot for you. I just wrote a role for her in the movie. Yeah, she's gonna be in this movie. So I put her in the movie. So
Uh-huh.
once that happens, now I gotta go to another place. Cause now I need another office building to use because I got all these different locations. So I go to another place. Yeah, I need this. And they say, yeah, yeah, you can use it. Now I got confidence. I'm like, look, I got this place, that place. I'm trying to build up stuff out here in Florida. You gonna help me out? They was like, yes, we will. I was like, I know you will. And then she say, who you got acting in the movie? I say, look, I can't tell you everybody in the movie, but I can tell you I got Tammy Hansen. And they was like, oh my God. I'm like,
You
"Shh,
got Timmy
stick with it.
Hansen?
And then I walk off like, where else I'm going? Now I'm going into places like I own them. Yeah, my name Rick. Uh-huh. Look at it. Need this. Everybody just giving it to me left and right.
Oh,
So
golly.
then I end up getting a phone number from this guy.
Uh-huh.
He meets me. He says, hey, I know this dude named Lane Harper. Maybe you can put him in the movie. Now, just so you know, Lane Harper is he was in the F1 movie with Brad Pitt. And
Mhm.
also he recently just played Diddy in a Hulu docu-series about Diddy, like as it happened. So he was a star of that. So that's Lane Harper. And so I call him. He don't know who I am. So I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
da, da, da. He like, look, man, hey, you got a couple of minutes, bro. I called you back. Usually just go to my agent. This, you got a couple minutes. I'm like, let's go. So
Didn't
I
you?
explained to him the movie. When I get done, he like, man, I like that. I'm in. I'm like, oh, he's in. So I wrote a role for him in the movie. Okay, here you go. Put him in the movie. So now everything's coming together. Now I'm getting people audition. I'm pulling friends, buddies, anybody I
Uh,
can. Hey, you want to be in a movie? I I hold a casting call. I'm renting out places so we can all start doing Zooms, rehearsing. I
Yeah.
learned how to do all the different shots. So the 15 major shots, I learned how to do all the shots. And then I started writing the music for the movie. So I wrote 62 songs for the movie. All the songs you heard in it, I wrote all of them myself. Because I said I ain't paying nobody for it. I'll write the music myself. So I wrote all the songs. And then what happened? We had a whole meeting. This
Uh-huh.
was in November of 2024.
Okay.
And I storyboard and write everything out. Then I have my vision board. So I told everyone, I said, look, we're gonna do this movie. And
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen is I said we're gonna be successful. Said it's gonna be on TV. I said we're gonna have talk shows calling us up. We're gonna be on magazines. I said we're gonna win awards. And by September of next year, we're gonna be in millions of households all over the place. A couple of people actually left. Like this dude's crazy. So one guy just walked completely out, just walked out.
Mm. Yeah.
Other dude was like laughing, joking. People was like, "This dude is crazy," because they're like, "What's he saying?" Well, after I
Yeah.
said that, 2 weeks after that happened, my
Uh-huh.
phone rang and it was Bay News Channel 9. They called and said, "Hey, we heard that you're gonna be filming out here in Florida. We like to come down as you're filming, and we want to sort of like film while you're there." And
Wow.
I said, oh, okay, absolutely. So they came down to film. And 2 hours after that, the phone rang again, and it was ABC. Hey, how you doing there, Miss Tammy? So it was ABC. They reached out to me and they said,
Uh-huh.
hey, we want to have you. And I thought it was the same. I was like, yeah, I just talked to y'all. They said, no, 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 no. This is ABC. I said, oh. And they go, you know what? Oh, who called you? Channel 9? Oh, well, how about if we put you on the TV show and we do it during the Oscars? How about that?
What?
Okay. So I was on ABC Morning Blend. They put me on during the actual the Oscars. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Then after that, few more weeks go by. We're done with the movie. Now
Uh,
we end up going to film festivals, and everything we submitted to, we won Best Feature Film at all of them. I'm like, oh, okay. After that happened, by September of 2025,
uh-huh.
the movie was streaming in over 50 million households. Everything I said happened
What?
exactly like it was said. And we're also in the cover of magazines. What's up there? We've been in multiple
Wow.
interviews, multiple talk shows, and all the folk that thought maybe he ain't know what he was saying, they're like, okay, maybe he knew something. And now we're doing other movies, and now then Lane Harper's starring in, in a few of the movies. And that guy, his talent, by the way, is just out of control. Y'all
Yeah.
just get ready, because
Yeah.
this brother, we got some stuff with him.
Yeah.
Mm, just,
Yeah.
just be ready. Yeah, but this
Well,
is
when you
what's been going on. It's a blessing.
when you invited me to the rehearsal a week ago,
Mhm,
I immediately Googled Lane Harper because I was like, "Who is this guy?"
mhm,
I was like, "Oh, you did a Diddy movie. You've been in other stuff. Yeah, very
yeah,
talented brother." So, how does it feel
mhm,
for you to first of all, your faith is strong.
mhm,
Um, not that you're lying when you open your mouth to say that who you got, you really ain't got it, but you're like, so it's speaking in it as though it is, right?
mhm,
Speaking it into the atmosphere. How does it feel now after all of this has taken place and the things have happened in your life? How does
mhm.
it feel now at this moment in your life for this to be happening? Is it surreal?
No, it's more of a thing like my feeling is that I always feel like if you just give somebody a chance to have a chance, then
Mm,
greatness can 100% happen.
mm,
I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like everyone have a gift. The Bible says your gift will make room for you.
mhm,
So
mhm,
I already knew what was inside of me, and I said
mm,
I just need other people to see it. And I knew that as long as I didn't quit and as long as I didn't give up, I knew as
mm,
long as I didn't stop, I knew it was gonna happen. And because I believed in myself. I
mm,
believed. And I said, I know that this is what God got for me. So I
mm,
said, I just need to get that breakthrough so that once I get that name behind it, I can open up the door for other people. So now
mm,
then I can make the call to whoever I want to be in the movie and say, hey, I want you in it. And it's like, sure, no problem. Now I
mhm,
can reach, because now I'm known. Now folk can look me up and see, oh, he's a award-winning director, writer. Now it's easy. But
yeah.
folk confuse that and they think that, oh, it just all came to them, and they don't see the hard work that went into it. They don't see
Mm,
that I stayed up
mm,
for days in a row so that I can get the movie done. They don't see when I lost the entire movie and had to redo the whole thing and was praying like, oh God, please let me make it through it. They don't see
right.
when no one showed up. Half the times when it was time to film, the people that were supposed to be there didn't show up when it was time to film. They don't see those moments when after I begged and pleaded for folks to, hey, can you show up on this day? Didn't show
Mhm,
up, wasn't
mm,
there. Whole crews of people didn't show up. Security didn't show up. Folk, nothing went right any of those times. All of those things was a test. And those
mm,
tests all happened so I can have a testimony. With no
mm,
test, there's no testimony. I break
mm,
that word down all the time. Test, I, and money. Instead of money, I say money. If I don't go through a test, I don't get money. Most people want the money with no test.
no
If you don't
test.
go through a doggone test, you ain't getting the money. So
Yeah.
if you're willing to go through a test, and that test means that people gonna walk out. That means
Mm,
that people not gonna believe in you. That means people gonna laugh at you. Yeah, I've been getting
mhm,
laughed at since I was a kid. I'm okay with that. So people gonna laugh at you for being different. I feel
mhm,
like I say you can either be. I would rather be weird and wealthy than normal and broke. So
mm,
I told myself, I said, go out and be weird. Let people say that you whatever, but you
yeah.
go out on your faith of who you are. we always praise those folk. There's so many singers that I can go through names and list of them that have went down, put everything in a car, drove down to a music studio and sang in front of the music studio for days in a row, living in their car. And people said they were crazy, but they believed in themselves. And they kept doing it every day. And
Mhm.
eventually that producer said, go get that idiot from outside and bring him in. And then they signed him. How
Exactly.
many people willing to do that? How many
Yeah.
folk willing to pay for a flight? And I flew first class. How many people willing to fly for a flight, go down to LA, sit there, wait to talk to somebody, knowing that they don't have an appointment? Not a lot of
Mhm.
people going to do it, and that's why
Yeah.
they're not going to be where I'm at. It don't happen because of, oh, it's a no, no. All these things happen because I believe in exactly what it was said. Okay, God put this in me. I'm gonna go out there and do it. And if
Yeah.
you have that type of belief inside of you,
Yeah.
then you can go out and do stuff. But most people, then they in this world, they sit there and they pray, oh, bring it down, money coming. No, you gotta
Mhm.
go get it. It don't
Mhm.
come it. You gotta go get it. So
Yeah. I get
that's
it.
just
Yeah.
how I am as a person. That's me. Yeah.
Yes. Love. Someone said when you started the story, they says, well, Zenobia said you're funny. You said something funny. You said something. Arthur Sloan says, I got one of my books from a dream, but the
Mhm.
most I just hear playing out in my head. So I just type out what I hear.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and Sloan says, very interesting. Monique says, wow, on the story that you were telling about the airport.
Mhm.
Um, Sloan says, reminds me um, of a scene in Brown Sugar when Dre said he would show up every day until they put his song in rotation.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Sona says, "Oh wow," she said, "This story itself would be an interesting book." Hey, Jared Brown, thank you for joining us. And then Sona says, "Oh, top 30, wow." Clap hands, smiley face. Monique says, "God's favor was all over you."
Yep.
Um, Arthur Sloan says, "There's this song by 2103 that says." They say favor ain't fair. Yeah, my pastor always says that favor is not fair, but somebody's got to get it, and I'm glad that it's me.
Mm,
Your
mm.
sister says nothing but God,
Yep.
and then oh, hold on, and then like okay, come on, comments. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
I see
Um,
Tabby on there. Hmm.
yeah, Tammy Hanson. Thank you, Tammy, for joining us.
Yes.
Thanks, Rick. This is Tammy Hanson coming from my Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Yeah.
I appreciate your kind words. Thank you, Tammy, for being on here. Also, Arthur Sloan says, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak things that aren't as though they were.
Well, this
Exactly.
is I got to say something on that.
Uh-huh.
People don't realize that things you say, there's vibrations that come out when you speak. Think about
Mm-hmm.
it. We've all heard songs before. We've
Mm-hmm.
all heard songs.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we have songs, when you hear something, those are just waves. They're coming through
Mm-hmm.
the radio. It's just waves.
Mm-hmm.
And they make us feel a certain way when we hear it in our ear.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
think
You're
about
right.
this. When you pick up remote control,
Mm-hmm.
we expect the channel to do what we want to do when we press it. That's just
Mm-hmm.
a wave. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
wave. But we
Mm-hmm.
expect it to do something when we press it.
Right.
When we speak things, that's a wave that goes out and it takes action. Faith is an action. People think that it's just something. So when you speak things, it takes action into the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
And people think if a song, because if we hear a song on the radio and we don't know what it means, and it's a different language, and
Mm-hmm.
we have no emotion with it because the
Mm-hmm.
vibration don't touch us. So when
Mm-hmm.
you say something and you speak that with truth out into the atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
it has to happen because you spoke it into that
Mm-hmm.
existence, and then you start walking in that faith. And it's the story behind that. The story
Mm-hmm.
behind it, this is what made me become that way. And I get it from it. It's crazy. It was an old goofy black and white movie that I
Mm-hmm.
saw, and it was one that was so horrible. Like it literally there was like it was a vampire movie, and the
Mm-hmm.
vampire, he stood there and you could see like the black paint on his head. It
Mm-hmm.
was just horrible. You could see the fangs that was phony, and he's like, I'm here to suck your blood. And then the smoke came up, and when he vanished, it was a rubber bed and you saw the string swinging it back and forth. This is how low budget the movie was, but here's the
Mm-hmm.
message behind it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a priest that was standing there, and the priest had on the full priestly outfit, crosses all on him, the
Mm-hmm.
collar, the everything. He had to look like you knew this was the priest of all priests. And he looks at that vampire when he turned back and he said, I got my cross, get out of here. The vampire did this and he said, you ain't got no power. He knew he was
Mm,
scared. And he
mhm.
slapped the cross out of his hand, picked him up, bit him, threw him, killed him. He went into the wall, everything broke.
Right.
Then a vampire say, who else can I get? And he looked down and on the steps, it was a little kid on those steps. The kid on the steps, he was sitting there all shriveled up. But the
Mm,
kid saw on the ground two pieces of wood.
mm,
The kid picked up the two pieces of wood and he put them together as a cross and stuck them out there right in front of that vampire face. And the vampire went to attack him and stopped and burst into flames because that
mm,
kid believed.
mhm, mhm.
Now the
Love
other
it.
dude, he had the look, but he ain't had
Yeah,
a belief. A
yeah.
lot of people say the right stuff, but they really don't believe it.
I don't
When I
believe it.
say I believe stuff that I say, when I say this is going to happen,
Yeah.
when I say it, I start walking and say it's about to happen, and I start walking in that. So that's the difference. When it says you will have what you say, faith is
Mhm,
an action. It's
mhm,
not just some verbally that you say.
mm,
It's because
mm,
just like when you press that remote, you're expecting that channel to change.
mm,
When you
mhm.
say go do the, you expect when you tell someone to come in, hey, pick this up for me. You
Right.
expect them to go do it. It's an
Yeah.
action that happens afterwards. So
Yeah.
that's very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Love it. Lahoma says, go get it. LOL. That's funny. Hey, Lahoma. She's in Dallas, Texas. Okay. Zenobia Campbell, your sister says, wow, testimony. Um, Tammy says, you're welcome. Um, Lahoma says, preach. And Barcelona says, Solona North says, faith without works is dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
Yep. Yep.
this is great. This is great. So, um, speak about your upcoming. Wait. Now,
Yep.
where can they see the movie? Isn't the movie that I saw on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube as well. It's on like 6 different streaming platforms, as well
Okay,
as
let me.
a Jaro. So that's one that's
Okay,
big because that's with me and Miss Marcel. So Jaro is a huge platform as well. So it's Jaro TV, but that one's amazing. It's on lots of other streaming platforms, Folsome, but YouTube as well. And I figured I just recently put on YouTube about a day or so ago, just because I wanted to so that people can actually see. I have different investors and different individuals that want to see some impressions on it. So I literally
uh-huh.
just put that one out so they can be on that one as well. But it's been on multiple platforms.
Okay. So let me spell it right. Stratagem.
Stratagem. Hmm.
Tagem. Okay. Movie on YouTube. And the other one is Jarago.
Jar. It should be Jaro. Let me see. Jargo. Hold on. Yeah. Yes. That is correct. Yep. It's Jargo. Yep.
Jarogo. Okay.
Jargo. Yes. Yep.
Jargo.
Yeah, Jargo. Yeah, that's what it should be. Let me put it in real quick
I
because
thought it
just
was
got it up.
Jarogo. I don't know.
Let me see what I here. Hold on. Let me pull it up for you. It's Jaro. Jaro. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, should be Jaro.
Jarogo.
Yes, it should be no
Okay.
Jaro. Jaro. It's just Jaro.
Okay.
Yep.
You like Pepper? It's
I'm like,
Gyro.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, because I'm looking. Hold on. Let me go back here. Yeah. Yep. Let me go right here because I have it here as well. Because I'll pull up the exact on it because that's always important. So you gotta have the stuff the right way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let me
I'm
see,
over here trying
cause
to change it up, going, is it really spelled that way?
I,
Like Pepper, stop trying to give it more letters than it is.
I'm sitting up like it's so simple, and I'm going, wait a minute, here it is right here. I'm looking at all these different things I got here, and that's not the right one either. I'll pull them up at all times. That's yep. It's on Jaro, Jaro. It's on play dot watchjaro.com. So that's where it is. It's Jaro. Yep.
Gyro. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stratagem. Okay. So here it is.
Yep.
Hey, 713 Black Houston. How you doing?
Yep.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining. That's the name of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and um, your website. Let's see.
It is www.isaachill.com. Yep. And that is
I
ICIKILL.com. Yep.
ICIKIL.com.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. ICIKIL. Yep.
So let's speak about
Mhm.
the new movie that you're working on
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and how funny it is.
Yeah.
Seth Daddy, you still on here, Seth Daddy?
Oh
Seth
man.
Daddy. Yeah, so you invited me to chime in
Hmm.
the other day, and it was very interesting. And the clip that you sent me today, and I shared it with you. I was like, "How is it that?" Now I got on the call
Hmm. Hmm.
like probably 3 minutes after you guys started, or maybe 5 minutes. I was trying to connect. So when I connected, of course, what came up was what you sent me today, and I went, "How ironic is that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't hear the beginning of the session. I just heard him saying, "I will give my life." I would I
To
would
the
join it.
core.
I was like,
Yee.
what is the cult? I said, and I was thinking to myself, what does Rick have me watching? Because I don't know what am I a part of? Like, am I getting ready to say I'm part of the cult? Like, what's going on? But yes, so tell them about the movie that you are working on, that you are filming at this moment.
Yeah, we're working on an amazing film. It's definitely it's not stratagem because you don't want to do the same thing over and over. So no one's name's in reverse on this movie. So I've had people always trying to read like, what's this name mean? I'm like, it's not in reverse. So
Uh-huh.
what we did with this one here, so I got this idea because I was watching there was something that was on TV. I heard it in the background. And what
Uh-huh.
happened was there was this guy, he actually confessed to killing his wife. And
Uh-huh.
when he confessed to like killing his wife, what happened was he had asked for a lawyer, but then he just kept talking. So there's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
this is gold. He just confessed to like, yeah, I killed her, whatever, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So what happens is as soon as he get done, they go to court, but none of the stuff he said was admissible in court. Because according to the letter of the law, since he asked for a lawyer, they couldn't use that in court.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Then a problem came, they couldn't prove how he did it.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, so they can prove. So he gets off, and I'm going, wait a minute, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. And it ticked me off to the point where I said, I'm about to write something. So I,
Uh-huh.
I wrote a movie, I wrote Letter of the Law based on that. So I wrote it in a way where I wanted to put it in a position of what if it was you?
Mm.
Like to make everybody think. So without
Yeah.
telling what the entire movie is, basically it's with the same sort of premise where it starts off where there's a lady who's sort of like this leader, and you sort of like I look at all of these people who are big motivational speakers and how all of a sudden it seems like we keep seeing them pop up one by one. Something's happening to them where they're
Uh-huh.
getting caught with all these people in their homes, and it's like some type of code, and they
Uh-huh.
finding women trained up and people slaves.
Right,
I'm like, what?
right.
So I was like, what if something like that was going on? And what if a guy witnessed that and was like, look, I know something's wrong going on, but nobody will listen to him. And
Uh-huh.
then it's like, well, what if at the end of all of that, what if everyone's blowing them off? But what if the person who kept blowing them off, because they keep saying letter of law, what if at
Uh-huh.
the end it ended up being their child there? What would happen? So
Uh,
that's sort of what happens with this, where it's like everything's all whatever, but what if it's your family involved? What if it's your child involved? What if it's something that
right,
really impacts you? So
right.
it's something that is gonna basically have everyone look at it and put themselves in that position. And Elaine Harper is starring in it, as well as we have Sam D'Alessio. She's a phenomenal actress. She was just up nominated for best female actress, at one of the festivals that I was at, and she was
Oh
just
wow.
phenomenal. And when I saw her, I said, we're gonna do something together one day, and I ended up rewriting the whole script because at first it was for a man, and she did
Mhm.
so phenomenal in like the audition that I rewrote the whole entire script and made it a female instead.
So
And
is she playing the
yeah,
judge?
no, she's playing Miss Tyler. She's playing that leader. Yeah, the one who was real like creepy, cringy, the leader that was over everyone. So she was just
Okay, okay,
phenomenal.
her. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So she did it, and then we had and the one that's playing the judge, this woman, her name is Candace
Mhm,
Polanco,
mhm.
and she is like judge personified. Like
Yeah.
like just the cast, everyone is so well cast. We also have Nina Ming. She's a big media. She's on like she's one of those people who goes viral with all type of stuff. And I put her in a movie in a serious role because she's usually
Mm.
doing a little more comedic things. But for her to
Right.
play a serious role, she killed it. But every actress in there, Tammy, as you all saw, she'll be in the movie. She's playing the lawyer. So we
Mm.
just have a cast of individuals that's in there. And
Yeah.
you already know Mr. whatever the name was that he was coming up with, but
Says
Matt,
that
yeah, but Matt is what I know him as. But he's playing
no,
he's
no
playing the
longer
officer.
you'll be calling him Sis Daddy. You're gonna be like Sis Daddy.
No, no, your brother named Rich ain't sessing no daddy. That ain't happening with me. No, you ain't gonna get that out of me. But he came in and and for what I needed him to do for the role because I needed that role to be a person who sort of like listened and I wanted him to almost be like someone who's like, look, this is just my job, man. And according to the
Mm.
letter law, you messed up and I got to go home because I got a game to watch. So that's
Mm.
why his attitude is like that in the movie
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
the way I wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Because I wanted everyone to sort of be blowing off the daddy that's trying to be a
Yeah.
whistleblower. Like,
Yeah.
dude, whatever. So that's because that's what happens in real life. When someone is out trying to say things that's going on, a lot of people put them off to the side, ignore them.
Right.
And then once it's shown to be true, folk like, oh, I knew it all along. So that's sort of
Mm.
what's going on in the movie. But this is going to be a movie because it's another thriller, but it's more of a suspense thriller instead of the
Hmm.
action thriller like the other one. So it's gonna put people brains into a cycle, and it's definitely gonna. I've been editing and doing some stuff with it, and it's been disturbing me looking at it. So it's something that's so it just hits a nerve because
Right.
everyone we all got a family member, a friend, or a child or someone and it
Mhm.
just hits a nerve. Yeah.
Mm. So when can they expect it to be out?
Well, we're looking at we'll be done filming later this month. I'll
Hmm.
have it all edited, completed. We're looking at March. So I'm looking at spring, into summer to release it because we also have another movie which I'm gonna let people know it's called Death of Ego that's already been filmed and completed. And that one's starring Mr. Lane Harper. And this young man is playing four different roles in that movie. And I'm gonna just tell you, because this one we've been keeping it under the vest. No one know about it, but I'm gonna just share Lane
Okay.
Harper in this movie, just so y'all, because I'm gonna release these here one after another. It's gonna be boom. The whole summer is just gonna be a banger after a banger, and then we
Yeah.
got it leading up to Isaac Hill right after that. So Lane Harper in this movie is gonna show so much of his range because he's playing four different characters,
Mm.
and one of them he's playing like a he's playing because it's death of ego, so he's playing the ego role. Where I'm talking about, he's got grills in, dude. It's like crazy, and then he's
Mm.
playing another role of fear. So the fear role that he's got going on there, you're looking at, and it's like he's like this little wimp, glasses on, and scary guy. Then he's
Mm.
playing another person, Harv, which like the dude that's the drink. He's like all messed up, and then he's
Right.
got another one who's just his own conscience. He's in a suit, a well-dressed person, professional. So imagine a movie, because in all of our lives, a lot of people deal with different mental health and stuff like that. I really
Mhm.
want to put that on a platform. So
Mhm.
there's usually, let's say a person have a devil on one shoulder, and they usually
Mhm.
say a devil on one shoulder and an angel on one shoulder.
Mhm.
Imagine if you had a devil on one shoulder and a worse devil on the other one.
Mm.
That's what this movie is tapping into,
Wow.
because it's basically taken. Think about a lot of people's lives where all of the faults you had growing up. So it's basically
Mm.
telling him your daddy wasn't no good. Your
Mm.
granddaddy wasn't no good. You grew
Mhm.
up in a bad neighborhood. Y'all was broke. You had a drug, problem. You went to jail. One of your friends died because you didn't go pick him up and he was drunk. So all of
Mhm.
these negative things pour on us. And then all
Right.
of a sudden you might hear, oh, don't have no family because if your daddy wasn't no good, it ain't like you
Mhm.
can have some good. So
Mhm. Mhm.
so all of these things that happen with if you ain't no good at so we go through this in our own minds. And some
Yeah.
people deal with it, they pull out the gun, they shoot themselves. So when
Yeah.
he's sitting there having these difficult conversations inside of himself, all of a sudden the drugs appear. The gun appear. It's on his lap. It's moving up. It's telling him going to kill yourself. But he's gotta defeat that that fear that he have and that ego, and then all of a sudden he pulls some out and remember what was important to him. If it is to be, is up to me. He starts
Yeah.
speaking those positive affirmations, and the more
Right.
positive affirmations come up, the more the bullets disappear, the gun vanishes, the drugs vanish. Next thing you know, the ego is gone, the fear is gone, the room is clear, and he realized it was all inside of my head and he defeated it. And then he walks
Mm,
out. But that's most of everyone before we leave out for today. We beat ourselves up. We know
yeah.
what's happened to us in our life. We talk
Yeah.
about all the negativity and then we get up and try to put on a smile and walk out the door.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
deal with it on a daily basis. I want to put that in the forefront. But this young man, he did four separate roles in this movie, which is going to show such a range of his acting ability. So we're looking forward to that one. So that's something we've kept under the vest. There's been no advertising for it. There's been no commercials for it, no previews. We're just keeping this one because when it comes out, it's about to slap folk in the face.
I can't wait. You got to
Yeah.
come back when it does. You're welcome to come back. You're welcome
Absolutely.
to come
Thank you.
back and we can talk about it because
Mhm.
this is, I was thinking when you said he's doing four roles, the first person that came into mind with me was Michael B. Jordan when he did Sinners.
Mhm.
Um, I was blown away. I was like, how does one prepare for a role of you're playing two characters?
Mhm.
How do you separate that in your brain? How do you play that part? But
Yep.
he's going to
Yep.
be doing four. Wow.
Yep. And the what's interesting about it is that you can distinctly tell each four. Like he
Four.
looks
Yeah.
totally different. It's
Oh wow.
insane. It's not twins or nothing like that. No, it's
Yeah.
four individual characters. And it ain't no dress, so he ain't got no dress on in there.
Right.
But
Right.
he's straight up
Character.
four different
Wow.
characters of people, and he did it in a way where I was looking, going, because I've watched it probably 60, 70 times, and every
Hmm.
time I watch it, I'm sweating, I'm leaning back and forth. I wrote it and know what's gonna happen, and I'm still going,
You're still.
don't do it, don't do it. It's just it's so much anxiety, and the whole soundtrack of it, I did it
Uh,
with him breathing. So as his
ooh,
breathing, I slowed it down, then amplified about 40. And then I took heartbeats of oosh, 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 and I amplified that by about 20. And that's the
mm,
soundtrack. It is so deep when you
wow.
hear this heavy breathing and you hear someone's mind and heart beating, and you see
Hmm.
these different characters, and each
Hmm.
character got a different color scheme, a different, and every time you look in the mirror, it's a different person looking back. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, is it's amazing to watch it. It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I watched him transform from each person as I'm filming. I'm looking at it film and going, I can't believe what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
It was that good. It was that good. So I was really impressed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what is it on your plate that you would like to do that you have not accomplished?
Oh well, we already have it's basically just more things getting out. My ultimate goal is I'm going to have instead of going to all of these different sites and setting things up, I want to have a full-on studio that's completely built out where we can build all the sets necessary. And I want to be
Mm,
able to provide opportunities for those that want to act, where they can
okay.
have jobs and be able to come in, because I feel like I can teach and show a lot of people how to do the steps so that they can
Mhm.
become directors, so that they can come become actors, so they can do those things. So my goal is to be able to do that. And because I feel like as much as we all love, basketball, football, and all these other guys, Shaquille
Mhm.
O'Neal can never teach any of us to become 7'1", 340 pounds. Can't teach it. So
Mm-mm.
LeBron James can't teach us to be 6'8", 260.
Mhm.
All of these guys, they can't teach us to be that. But I
Mhm.
can show anyone how to format, how to put things together. I can show them those things. It's a skill that can be taught. So I
Mhm.
feel like if you and again, I want to give people a chance to have a chance where they organically all my role people audition for the roles. They do it
Yeah.
via Zoom. We listen to them. And at the end of it, you earn your role. You
Yeah.
don't have to meet people at certain areas or have an in with somebody and know them. You earn your role by auditioning. And when you
Mhm.
got the talent, we'll put you in a movie. And that's the way I believe it's supposed to be. So I figure if it is to be, it's up to me. I got to start that platform and start doing it because I want to
Mhm,
be able to do that for people. And no matter where they come from, what the background, give them a chance to have a chance. Let them
mhm,
audition and they can see where they stand. And
mhm.
sometimes people, if they don't know what they need to work on, we'll let them be an extra, show them something else. But I just want to give people a chance. So my ultimate goal is to be able to have a full-on studio built out where people can come and I can be able to, put them in movies, have contracts for them and do everything all in house instead of going from set to set to set. Yeah.
Okay, well, I, I guess do I need to audition? I mean, I know you, so please write my role. And if
Oh,
I need to calm it
you
down and
would
not do
definitely
it animated, I'll be
you
like,
would definitely have a spot in the movie. So yeah, I can definitely find a spot. I already see your talent. So yeah, I know what you do. So yeah, when I see talent on people, then I know what they can do. So yes, we can definitely have a role for you. So that shouldn't be an issue at all. Yeah.
okay, y'all, coming up as Pepper will be. Well, just to let you know, I have been in a movie.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh, so
Okay.
I was in this movie. I can't even think of the name of the movie. I I was in the movie. They used my picture. I went to
Mhm.
this event with a friend of mine, and we were dressed all up, and so we took a picture. And so his brother, who does films and writing, he saw the picture at his house, and so he says, uh, "This is you and Pepper. Can I use this?" And he was like, "Well, what you gonna use it for?" And he said, "Let me call Pepper and see." So he says, "Hey, my brother wants to use your photo because he wants to use it in his movie." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, you're going to be my dead wife."
Oh Lord.
So that's the running joke. Anytime we see each other, he said,
Okay.
"Hey, dead wife." I was like, "Hey,
Oh Lord.
husband who cheated on me with a hoochie mama." Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
You got someone with shorter skirts and longer, yeah, cleavages or something.
Well, you will be in the movie and you'll have some speaking roles and
I'll be alive.
we'll let you live. Okay. So a lot of people I had in my movies, they didn't make it. They didn't make it all the way to the end because
Uh,
some of my movies are people get knocked off. And I'm like, my fault. I still like you as a person, but yeah, they gonna knock you off. So the
uh,
running thing with all of my fault, they're like, I made it to the end of the movie. So that's
exactly.
why,
I want to make it to the end.
right, right,
I want to be alive. Yeah, it was
right. She
it was
just want to make
crazy.
it to the end.
Yeah, I want to make it to the end. He's like, "Oh, Dad, what?" I was like, "Yeah," and I died in the parking lot. I
Oh,
was
not the
shopping
parking
in a
lot.
part in the I was at the mall and someone came out. They were stealing something, a thief or whatever, and I happened to get shot. So then all I saw was my picture. He goes into the bedroom and my picture is on and he's like, "I love you. I will always love you," but it's been 2 years or 5 years or whatever, and I got to go on. It's time for me to go on. So he takes the photo and puts it in the drawer and closes the drawer. And then of course he's, with some woman in red and red shoes and red lipstick and everything. And I was like, yeah.
Why you got to put the picture in the drawer? You know what I
He
mean?
put me in the drawer. He just went,
Don't put it. I
I was
mean,
like,
come on, man.
yeah.
Boy.
So he did a screening and everything. And I'm sitting there going, I got put in the drawer. Like, really? Yeah. Like, I, I can't stay, I mean, I was your wife. We got kids together. I can't have it on the wall and they understand why I'm on the wall. Oh, yeah. Crazy. But yeah. So I
Man,
was in a movie, but yeah. I would love to be in another one. Yeah.
don't worry. I will have you in. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She said, or even
Uh-oh.
back to people like Eddie Murphy.
Oh, even back to people. What you mean?
Uh, Sloana, what you talking about? I don't know what that
Yeah.
is.
Oh, even
Yeah,
back to people like
Sloana,
Eddie
what is
Murphy.
that? So
Yeah. Okay.
I like that you kept saying it in the past 10 minutes. I love this quote. If I wrote it down.
If it is to
If
be, it's
it's
up
to
to me.
me, it's up to me.
Yep. Yep.
If it is to be, I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If it is,
So
that's something I live by. Yep.
yeah, that's powerful. Affirmations, I love affirmations. I do. It's yes, it's necessary to see throughout the day to be like, come on now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to add this one too. If it is to be, it's up to me. So is there a Pep? You were always hold on. Pep,
You're always by
you
his
were
side.
always by his side in the drawer.
Right. Right.
Tucked
In the
away.
drawer.
I got to be in the bedroom with your new boo. Really? Like in the drawer. Yes, in the drawer. Can I put your email address, the contact
Absolutely.
information in case people,
Yeah.
so you
Yep.
guys, if you want to get in touch with Rick,
Yep.
here is his information.
Yeah. Rick at Stratagem Film. Yep.
So this is interesting.
Hmm.
I'll just notice something. So, um, does your email change? Because this is after a movie. The website is another movie.
Hmm.
So what's the
Well, the
strategy?
reason the reason why I have it like Stratagem Film LLC, that's my because that to me is like that's my first thing that I did. So I said,
Okay.
you know what, I'm gonna put that up there because that's how all of this stuff started because I actually everything about me,
Uh,
Stratagem is actually myself too.
uh,
So a lot of the things so all the other movies because I have Escape Paradise, I have a lot of movies I've written, but those are personal things that I've done.
uh,
So that's why I keep Stratagem Film as that's always my email address. And that's
right.
because if the premise of Stratagem where it all really comes from
Mhm,
is both guys are actually the same person, the bad guy and the so-called good guy. They're both
mm,
in essence similar. There's because one guy is just doing what his uncle told him to do, so he didn't
mm,
know he was doing bad. The same as me when I was a kid, I was doing what my
mm,
uncle told me to do. But my thought is, what if one of those people, because when you pets and drugs are doing stuff, some people
yeah.
probably, families probably died. Somebody
Right.
probably lost a job. And I was like,
Right.
what if one of those people came back to me and said,
Yeah.
it's your fault?
Yeah.
So in the movie, that kid was representative. He went back to the guy and said, "It's your fault." And the guy's like, "Well, I was just doing what my uncle taught me." So I
Yeah.
always had that thought in my mind of what if someone came
Mm,
back because of
mm,
something that you did when you didn't know any better. You were just doing what a family member told you to do. So
right.
that's basically so everything about me is stratagem. So everything I write, everything I do, it's all a reason and a plan behind it. So the
Mm,
movie that I did was setting up the next movie and the next movie and the next for things that I have that are coming up that I don't even let people know. And as they
mm,
see it peel back, they're going, man, this dude had all this stuff set up the whole time. So
mm,
I'm playing chess. I'm already multiple moves ahead. So all of these things are leading up to the movie, of course, Isaac Hill, that we have coming up because it's going to be a big movie. So I'm letting
mm,
people see little steps of little, hey, look at this person because I want them to know who these different actors are. I want them to know the talent that's out there. I want them to see, oh, award winning on this. I want people to
mm,
see all of those stuff. And then I want them to see the diversity of it of wow, it keeps growing to something different and by the
mm,
time they get to the other one, when they see it, they're just like prepped and ready, like, oh God, I know he about to hit us with something.
yeah.
And so that's what I have going on. And so I just keep raising levels up to the next thing and the next thing. Because I love that idea of being able to because every time people think that they know something, I pull a little bit more back and show them something else and show them because
Mm,
there's so many more levels. So I've written already 13 different movies, books. I got plenty, and then there's more coming. So I never
right.
stop writing. It's just
Right.
I don't reveal it to everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Hmm.
I thank you so much, y'all. This is his email address if y'all would like to get in contact with him.
Hmm.
Rick at stratagemfilm.com.
Hmm.
And Alsona says, fire. I can see pepper in there. That's what I'm
Yep.
talking about.
Yep. Shield, so just so everybody can know, I have a spot for Pepper. I have a movie called Escape Paradise, and I'm yeah, you'll be in that one. I already got a
It's
role written
called
for it.
it's called who?
Escape Paradise. Instead of Paradise, Paradise. Escape Paradise. Yeah. So
Mhm.
that one is about a guy who basically he's a bad person, but he gets convicted. He goes to jail for life. While he's in jail for life, then what happens is he sees this paper and it says escape, and then he sees paradise on it. And when he reads the paper, it tells him when you go here, they help you get back on your feet. You get to
Mm,
stay there for 6 months. and you don't have to pay rent for the first 4 months. And then after that, they rehabilitate you and get you back into the regular world. And he's like, man, I got to escape from jail so I can get there, go to this paradise, and I'm gonna get my life together. So what happens is the guy, he ends up escaping.
Mm-hmm.
Once he escapes, he gets to the place and he's ready to just take over. But when he walk up, the guy opens the door like, hey, Jim, you're here already. He's like, yeah, he's not Jim. He's somebody else, but he lies like, yeah, I'm Jim. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, good. And when he walks in, it's just like what it said in the paper. He's going, oh, this place is beautiful. They offer him
Mm-hmm.
lemonade. There's a swimming pool. He's eating beautiful food. He's like, oh my God. And then the guy go over the rules. He tell him, look, 6 months, you get to stay here for a month's rent free. We help you get on your feet. And the guy's eating food. He say, you know what, man? I think I'm going to change it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to pay rent ever. And you going to keep taking care of me. And if you don't, I'll beat you up and kill you. And dude like, dude, but I'm being nice to you. Why would you do that? You go, whatever, punk, what you going to do? So
Mm-hmm.
he's sitting there like a king, feeling good. So at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, I mean, he's a criminal. So he rests. He wakes up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. When he wakes up, he walks, and all of a sudden it's a little chilly in there. He don't know why, but he's walking, and he
Mm-hmm.
steps down and he steps on a nail in the floor. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh. So when he's trying to lift his foot up, his foot is now stuck to the floor from stepping on a nail
Mm-hmm.
because there's glue down there. He's like, what is this glue? Then he look around at the window and he realized it ain't no window. They like shut and there's no handles on the door. That
Mm-hmm.
nerdy dude walks up to him and takes the glasses off. And he say, I gave you a chance. And he breaks the glasses. And he said, I thought you was going to be a good person. The guy was hypnotized. And when he
Wow.
came out of the trance, he
Uh-huh.
said the key word of when he said, I'm going to kill you, do all that. That was the key word. And he got to see where he was really at. The place he was at was just an abandoned building.
Ah.
So now that he's there, the guy is like, hey. So he takes the guy out. Then it shows on the camera he works at the same prison facility. He's one of the
Oh.
workers. And he's the one who had the newspaper sitting there. So now back at the prison, you see the newspaper out again. And all of a sudden you see another criminal coming in reading that paper. And one of his workers go, man, you see that one guy escaped. You think they gonna catch him? He go, I don't know, man. He's a pretty crafty guy. I don't know if they'll ever catch him. He might have got away. And then
Yeah.
he turns and smiles because all of us know
That.
he
Yeah.
knocked that dude off. So
Yeah.
that's what he does. So that's Escape Paradise. But I have a spot for you in that movie already.
I'm like, what? Am I? He get out of jail, and I'm the wife. What am I? What am I doing?
I'll let you know. But I have a spot for you in it already. Yep,
Ah,
yep, yep,
okay, we gonna
yep,
see. I'll be like,
yep.
I'm in
Mm-hmm.
the drawer. I'll put you put me in the drawer.
Nah. Nah. Oh,
One person playing me.
she's about Eddie Murphy
Yeah.
playing multiple characters.
Okay.
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 Oh yeah.
Thank you, Miss Sloan. I appreciate that.
The lumps, the plumps, the yeah. He was the mother, the dad, the yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I said he ain't gonna be in the dress because I was like, I got him
Yeah.
playing four different covered people, but
Exactly.
it's not he playing four women or something like he's playing
Yeah.
all different individual guys that's in the movie,
Right.
which is just crazy.
Right.
So yeah.
Nice. Well, Rick, I thank you so
Mhm.
much
Thank you.
for coming on the Hot Pepper Show. I have so enjoyed this. This was lots of fun, great
Mhm.
information,
Mhm.
um, and just to encourage you to keep doing what you are doing. We
Mhm.
need this. This is necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've been honored just to be on your show. You such a gracious host, and you gave me a platform to be able to speak and just talk from my heart. So I
Mm.
definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome. Your sister says, I'm looking forward to them all. Very good, Rick. God's favors on everything you do. What you saying? You can't wait for my you the sister. You seen before us. She like,
Nope.
nope, nope. She
Nope.
probably look here. She probably got on here to find out some information because you ain't been telling her nothing. She like, let me see what you gonna talk about.
But I don't tell nobody none of it. Like I got
So,
so much stuff that's written. Nope.
so see, I'm honored that you were able to share some of it on here. Yeah, and you're welcome back anytime you want to. You guys, this is Rick E. Cuts. Let's give him a hand clap. Where the hand clap? Where the hand clap? Hand clap. There's there's a hand clap. Turn the sound up. I got one job. You got one job, girl. One job. That's all you got is one job. Click the button. Let's see. Monique says Pepper can provide the soundtrack for one of your movies. Because have you heard the album?
You gave it to me. I haven't had a chance to go on. I've been preparing. We've been filming this movie, but I definitely will. I definitely will because I have it. I already have it. You told me. I wrote it down, and I will go in and I will do that. Yes, I will. Yeah.
Okay, great interview, Pepper. Thank you, Eric E. Cuts, for sharing your testimony and your gifts. Thank you, Faye, all the way in Chi-Town.
Mm.
All the way in Chi-Town. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Chicago.
You guys, love you. Coming up, don't forget Saturday, I'll have my show. I should have my show in case if the funeral is Saturday, then I won't be at my show. I'll be at the funeral.
Mm.
But if not at the funeral, I will be on my show. My show is every Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. My radio show, and I play neo soul R&B, and I interview artists. So that'll be on Saturday. Check out my website, thehotpeppershow.com, and go down to the side of that that page on the right hand side. At the bottom, it says many ways to listen. I'm at a radio station. The call letters are KAZI. So if you click on that KAZI, you'll be able to hear me on Saturday from 3 to 6, and that is Central. Coming up on this coming Monday, an artist who's been in this industry a while, and I don't think people know about him because I didn't know about him. His name is Manny Tart. That's Manny Tart, Tartt. He is out of New York. He's been on the Rough Riders label. He's been on DreamWorks. He's been on a lot of labels in the past, and kind of hibernated, laid low. And now he's back. He's been going strong, and he's going to be my guest on Monday. So I cannot wait. And the list continues, y'all. I'm booked until July, which is a blessing.
Yes.
Everybody, I'm booked until July. So I am excited and happy and all of that. So somebody else, Gloria. Oh, Gloria C55 says great interview and conversation. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the new subscribers. Please tell everyone to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Hot Pepper Show TV. Trying to build up those subscriptions, and it's free. And also tell people to like and comment. Yes, comment. Go through all of them and like them. Go back and look at them. Comment on all of them, and then go back and listen. But yeah, you'll Dwelle, Eric Roberson, Algebra, Kenny Lattimore, Glenn Jones, Melville Moore, Lenny Williams. The list goes on. So if you go to my tab,
public announcement.
Public announcement was last. Yes, the Wreck Shop Wrecking Crew out of California. Yeah, just the list goes on and on and on. So I would love for y'all to check it out. If you want to see the things that I do live, go to the live tab on my YouTube channel, and that'll show all the videos I've done the past 3 years. I've been doing this 3 years. It'll be 4 years in October. So thank you for supporting me. More great things are on the way. I'm excited. Great show. Thank you. The real Cynthia Carrier. Do you know her?
That is my oldest sister. Yep, that's my oldest sister.
Oh, okay. Y'all coming in here strong. The real Cynthia Carrier. Yep. Okay, the real Cynthia Carrier. Do you work for UPS or do you work for UPS or FedEx or what?
No, that's her last name. She married, so that's her married name.
She married a carrier.
Yeah, last name is Carrier.
I'm like, you UPS and FedEx. What you doing? This girl doing that without putting on a dress is different and an accomplishment in itself. Yep. Hot. Yep. I tilt my hat to you.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. That was my whole goal. I want to keep people's integrity because I know that these videos and films and things last after we're gone. And I want to make sure that I have people shown in the best light. Whenever I put anyone on film, then it's about their acting, and I want their skill to show forth. So I've gotten questions from people where they say, man, Rick, you get a lot of really, really like pretty people to be in your movies. And how do you get these really just amazing folk in? And I told them, I said, because I just want them to act. I don't want to exploit them. I want them to
Exactly.
actually act. I want to show their skill. It don't
Yeah.
take skill to take your clothes off and lay down. That's not skill.
Exactly.
The
That's not a
skill
skill.
comes from acting. So when you can deliver a line and convey somewhere the audience can get it. So actors are actors because they want to they want to do something where the audience can connect and they want to
Yeah.
bring forth a story. So
Yeah.
that's what I look for. I want to do things with integrity where a full watch it, where everyone can sit down and no one got to go repent at the end of the movie. They can intelligence wasn't
Exactly.
insulted. And at the
Yeah.
end of it, they can say that was a good movie, it was a good time, and the full family can see it. So that's
Yeah.
something I want to get. And people told me I was crazy for trying to do things like that. And I
Mm-mm.
said, I think there's more people out there. And if you're looking at marketing or something, you can sell 4 tickets because a family usually is a family of 4. So if you got 4 or more, you can sell 4 tickets versus just 1 or 2 or telling the kids to leave the room. So now
Exactly.
full families can go out and they can see a full movie together
Yeah.
and none of their intelligence isn't insulted and they feel
Mhm.
like they actually had a good time. So that's I just want to bring that back to movies because that's stuff I remember when I was a kid. We had drive-in theaters and things.
Oh,
We went as a
yes.
family
You too.
and we
Uh,
snuck the popcorn in,
uh-huh.
and
Mhm. Mhm.
somebody hid under the sheet and said they was 8 years old.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
good old days.
Yeah. Yes, the good old days. Your sister says, actually, I married a carrier. They dropped the E by the time they got to my husband. LOL.
See?
Everybody has a story about their last name. You know, everybody
That's
got
some
somebody's
country
last name.
stuff right there. That's some country stuff right there. But that's
They
just
dropped
called
the E.
we ain't know how to spell something. That's all it is. Hey, I just found out after all of the a lot of years, half my family name ain't what it is. I just had this conversation with my mom. My mom, I found out that we found out her birthday wasn't on the day we've been celebrating forever. We done found out that the middle name was I got an uncle named Wayne that I found out his name was Joseph just about a few years ago. So hey, I I got family members. I'm learning names at funerals. So
Right?
I'm
I thought his
like,
name was
man, shoot.
Juju. No, well, you
Yeah.
don't know his real name. Well, I knew him as Juju. Well, no, that ain't his real name.
Man,
Yeah.
I just had this conversation with my sister a couple of days ago. I'm like, we got a cousin named Munchie. I ain't know her name my whole life. To this day, I still don't know her name. And then they told me her real name. I said, nope, I'm going back to Munchie. So that's just how it is in the family. I have I
Right?
have so I have an Aunt Gloria. There really is an Aunt Gloria, but I have another auntie named Nisi, and I found out maybe about 6, 7, 8 years ago that her name is actually Gloria. I'm like, you know what? Y'all gonna stop doing this to
Wow.
me all of this stuff.
Exactly.
See, and then you wonder why I ain't got no hair. Put all of this here stuff on me like this here. Family, stop doing folk like this here. Man, find out all these
You're making
names.
me be bald.
Right,
I didn't
right.
get this cut either. I'm bald because y'all got all this information in my head that's
Right.
wrong.
I'm like, man, I'm learning people names later on down the road. I'm gonna find out birthdays later on. I'm like, shoot.
Uh,
Oh, somebody asked
uh,
will I appear in one of my own movies. Oh
yes.
no, I'm one of those people. I like to let the talent be on that screen and put them out there. Like I'm a big proponent. I never mind lifting up and promoting other people, and
Mm,
I really enjoy writing and directing and seeing people's talent put out there. I'm a big I feel like you can be confidently humble. You can be
yeah.
confidently humble, urgently patient, but
Yeah.
I'm really big at pushing up people. I want other people's greatness to show. So that's
Yeah.
my gift. My gift is to can I act and get in front? Probably, but my whole goal is I want to push up other people and show their
Right.
greatness. I don't want to get in front of it and start taking away from someone else's potential shine. So that's
I'm the
my and also I didn't act in one of my movies because I didn't want to do what I see a lot of older guys doing movies. Like, you'll see a movie with a guy, he's in his 50s or 40s or whatever, and he's in some club. And I'm like, that ain't realistic. Okay, I got kids that's 20s and stuff like that. You know what they don't think? They don't think you cool. Okay, you 40 some years old, you ain't cool. You ain't in no club. And also, once you get
yeah.
to a certain age, am I really about to go into a place, touch my watch, and go beat up a bunch of 20-year-olds? No, that ain't happening. So
No,
I don't
that's
think
not.
it's realistic
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sometimes for you to be in a movie, even though you think you can act and get it. Some of them
Yeah.
roles ain't for you. So some of these actors, like, please stop being these action movies, man. You are 72. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I don't do it because the stuff that I write, a lot of it's for people a little bit younger, and I don't want to, try to play the role as some younger person because I don't move, talk, act like a younger person. I can get away with people think I look younger than I am, but I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know their language like that. No, I'm not a
Yeah.
young person.
I
Yeah.
know that's right. You know your lane.
Yeah, I know where I'm at, and I
Yeah.
know how my knees work and don't work, and I
Mhm.
ain't got time for all that. I ain't doing them young people stuff. Let the young people be young. I don't
Uh-huh.
mind training and putting them out there. Do
Uh-huh.
your thing.
Do your thing. Well, everyone, thank you guys. Yes, love you. Thank you for joining us. I really enjoyed this. And Rick, get in contact with him. Here's his information. Rick. Uh, uh,
Just Rick
uh,
at Stratagem Film.
there it is. I was
Oh
like, how
Lord.
do I find it? It's somewhere on here.
Oh
Oh.
Lord.
So yes, thank you guys.
Somebody said I can be Unc. Oh Lord. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Oh man.
Unc Nim, as the public announcement said last week. We call Unc Nim. I was like,
Unc.
okay, okay, Unc Nim. But yeah, you guys. Yes. So this is Ricky Cuts.
Thank
Sit
you.
back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just sit back and relax and just
You asked for it, you got it on the Hot Pepper Show. Playing good music and good conversation. The hottest topic that you hear. So let the music flow, resonate your soul. Let it heal your soul. Sit back and relax and just. Sit back and relax and just. Welcome to the Hot Pepper Show. Hot Pepper Show.
Yeah, that